Today, we are going to talk about something that separates a junior statistician from a strategy leader. Understanding the true objective of a clinical trial. Most people simply read the protocol, but the true goal is often hidden between the lines. Let's start with our core philosophy. To build a great trial, we have to move past surface reading. We need to stop looking at the objective as a sentence to be written and start look at it as a decision to be made. The first thing you must realize is that the objective is not just the text in the protocol. On the top, you see the rating objective, the one required by regulators. It is usually very broad, like to evaluate the efficacy and safety of drug X in patients with disease Y. But on the bottom is the strategy objective. This is why the company is actually spending millions of dollars. It is to beat a competitor. It is for a specific marketing claim. That is what drives the design. We can break this hidden objective into three categories. First, internal decisions. Does this trial justify a $100 million phase 3 investment? Second, regulator goals. What exact words do you want on drug label for a specific population? And third, commercial age. Can we prove our drug is faster or has fewer side effects than the current market leader? Each of these requires a different statistic approach. One of the biggest risks is falling into the vague objective trap. If a clinician tells you the goal is to explore clinical benefit, be careful. Exploratory goals are statistic nightmares because they don't give you a clear target for sample size. You must force the team to define what improvement looks like, numerical, before you start design. So, what do we translate a vague clinical idea into a precise statistic target? It's a four-step process. We start with the clinical ask. Then we select a ruler, the endpoint. Next, we define what a win looks like, the effect size. Finally, we link it to the decision. If we hit this metric, this creates a clean roadmap for everyone. How do we actually find these hidden goals in a real project? We need to be a bit of a detective. Interview your clinician, ask them what happens if the result is only borderline positive. Review the target product profile to see what the commercial team needs. And always check the competition. What are the thresholds they have set in the market? In the end, it comes down to numbers. Numbers like 80% power or a 20% clinical differences are more than just math. They are your success criteria. If your study hits these internal thresholds, the objective is met, and the project moves forward. Your job is to make sure these thresholds are realistic and measurable. Visualization can help the team understand the stakes. This chart shows how the effect size drives the probability of success. A proof of concept study might accept a low probability of success because it's a smaller risk, but a pivotal phase 3 study needs a much higher confidence level. The objective determines where you sit on this curve. To summarize, let's look at the objective journey. It starts with a clinical ask, moves to a business decision, translates into a metric, and finally results in a formal statistic task. If you follow this timeline, you ensure that the trial isn't just a document, but a powerful tool for decision making. Thank you for joining me today. See you in the next session.